here. Hadn't been here for a while. Lord, I've been going through a lot of stuff. Brand new here. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You probably guessed that. New here, hit the subscribe button. I know everybody says that. I'm saying it again. Hit the subscribe button. It's free, you bunch of cheapskates. And let everybody know about this. Big news came out. I know it's 10 o'clock at night, Valentine's. Bunch of y'all over here making babies you can't afford. You can't afford it. Lord, you couldn't afford the first one. Just don't make me and my tax dollars pay for it. But Todd Monken left the Georgia Bulldogs today. The true magic behind this run. Listen to me. I am telling you from the bottom of my heart. I have said, if any of you have been listening to me, and any of you don't have pure doo-doo for brains, I have been telling you. I'm not saying that the good defense ain't good, but I am telling you that magic that you saw with Georgia's offense, that was Todd Monken. All right? If I call him Monkey, or it sounds like I'm calling him Monkey, I ain't. Come to think of it, it's funny, and I probably should. But he's moving on to the NFL, okay? And so I am going to look up live right here. That's me tapping. Mike Bobo, yes, former Georgia quarterback. And from what I can remember, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, this is a live stream for anybody else who's watching in the future. So if I'm like calling out people's names, I hadn't lost it. I have lost it, but not right on here. Mike Bobo was the offensive coordinator at Georgia not too terribly long ago. And see, I don't have a short memory. I ain't a flipping elephant. All right? All body and no brains. Y'all hated his guts. All right? All right? And you got me. Chase, you got me. I'm going to have to stop there with a comment. For any of you who can't see the comments right now, Chase Henderson just got me. The Henderson sisters, which are actually brothers, good friends of mine, Parker, and he really got me. Wow. Parker and Chase Henderson, good friends of Bobby Dirkens. All right? Hey, good friends of Bobby Dirkens. All right? All right? I believe if I threw a punch, they may help me out on finishing off a job. Unless I pick on a really big old dude and they're just like, look, that was stupid. You should have left it alone. Parker. Chase Henderson just gave a $5 donation to the show. Thank you for the $5 donation. Cheapskate, you say. Have you talked to my sister wife, Parker? That's his brother, actually. He, she. You got to make sure you get your pronouns right. Lord help us. Mad that I got some dirty lingerie from a Goodwill in Athens. You win. You win. Thank you for the donation to the deal. You and Parker have never been cheapskates. And a lot of you on here haven't been cheapskates. There are a few of you. All you got to do is hit a subscribe button. My God. I do some good stuff on here. It has brown spots in those. That's what Parker said. Been practicing. Ain't no little doo-doo. Little doo-doo wash out. Anyway. Yeah, but you two were on a roll. Where are y'all's wives? It's Valentine's. Whoa, let me take that back. I see the comments here. They've ran away. Lord, it's good to see all of you. It's more of iron. That's pretty doggone good. Y'all have brought y'all's egg gang. Lord, okay, I'm gonna go back to the Todd Monken thing, Chase. You and Parker have been amazing friends. Great friends. I spent a lot of time with you too. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people I wouldn't trust with a dying goldfish, but I'd trust these two with it. So thank you. Todd Monken was the magic. Todd Monken was the one that took Stetson Bennett, as one of your most famous Georgia fans has infamously said many years ago, he would rather have a wastebasket as a quarterback for Georgia than Stetson Bennett. Now, of course, things change and so on. But that was the feeling on your Lord and Savior and probably soon to be Disney inspirational movie, Stetson Bennett. I don't know how they're going to fit that drunken public thing into the movie, but hey, we'll work it out. But listen to me. I am just going to tell you right now, Todd Monken was the magic. Now, some of you Georgia fans are going to get mad at me, and you're going to look at me and you're going to say, you're just bitter Clemson fan that y'all haven't won for 2 years in a row, and we broke DJ, and we broke you, and this, nah. Hey, Georgia, you're looking at somebody that pulls for a team that got to thinking they could hire anybody at offensive coordinator. And look how it turned out for us. I wrote the bill. I'm sorry I had to throw that in there while I was whispering. No. That's what happened to Clemson. You want to know why Clemson became beatable? You want to know why Clemson has incredible players everywhere? And even Clemson fans are dumb. Ridiculous. You can go on TigerNet right now and type in Bobby Dirkens. Seriously, go to it. Go to it. I'm not kidding this. Go to Google right now and type in Bobby Dirkens. Go in and look at the things that Clemson fans have said about me, which, by the way, you all know that I just made up this character. I'm back now. These people said that I embarrassed them and I was terrible and I'm awful and I'm this and I'm that and I'm blah, 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 blah. This idiot called it. I said, you can't hire just anybody. No matter how many good athletes you got, you just can't hire just anybody. Because when you get in the big playoff games or you get in the big games, guess what happens? Guess what happens? You meet coaches that are really good too, has really good talent, and guess what happened? They can scheme for you. And that's what happened to Sweeney. Sweeney had to realize that he could not continue to hire his buddies. Now, if you hire your buddies and all of them are geniuses, perfectly fine. But if you hire all your buddies and they're yes men and they can regurgitate all your talking points, but they're terrible, it will pan out, my friends. It will pan out. Mike Bobo was the coach for Georgia, was the offensive coordinator for Georgia before. Now, before I start talking about this, I want to go ahead and start off by telling you he's making more money than all of us. He is winning monetarily. Now, I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I ain't saying he's a good person. I ain't saying any of that. I'm talking purely football. But I am telling you, I listened to you Georgia fans. As I said, I paid attention to what you had to say about the man. But most importantly, you know all I had to do? I had to watch his offensive play calling. It was terrible. See, that's what I was saying just a second ago. There's a misconception in Clemson, South Carolina, that all the talent went down. Yes, our offensive line needs to step it up in recruiting and in development. And we got a development player or development issue on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's one of the reasons that Garrett Riley's there today. But you see what happened to us? We got to a point we couldn't win with Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne and T. Higgins. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I don't care who you are, and I don't care who you're playing. When you're in the college game and you can't win with those three guys on the field, and you're not only losing, you're getting blown out, that's a coaching issue. And for some of you, you're so stuck up Clemson's butt so far, You don't even know. SEC Dog, one of my favorite Georgia fans, comes in here. He talks pure trash. I love SEC Dog. Wouldn't know him if he walked up to me and punched my wife in the face. He's funny. He said, "We'll suck again. Bobo is a joke. I can't believe we hired that clown again." That's what I was going to say in a much nicer way. That doesn't make sense, SEC Dog. What I'm going to tell you what this reminds me of. It reminds me of when Sweeney thought he could hire anybody into his culture, and as long as they were into his culture, they were going to be good. Yeah, we found out how that went, right? Yeah. We just lost to Tennessee like we lost. We lost to South Carolina, and you saw the poor coaching offensively that went on. I'm telling you, DJ Uiagalelei, ukulele, is going to go out there to Oregon State, and he's going to do, barring he gets arrested for having relations with a Labrador Retriever, he is going to do fantastic out there, and everybody's going to be going, "I never saw it coming." I saw it coming, you moron. He was in the wrong system, or the system that could have actually said, "You know what, let's tweak some things and work this thing to his favor," and all the talent around him. First, we could have done well, but they didn't. No, they didn't. No, we were worried about culture. Sounds like somebody from HR got in Dabo's ear, and just like most people in HR always ruins everything. Hey, let's do an instructional video that everybody has to take for the next 2 hours to tell them how to treat everybody. No! I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, we lost ugly to Notre Dame. We did. We did. It was terrible. It was terrible. That's poor offensive coaching. Bugger, won't you fall off of my nose? Big green bugger. That's one I just wrote here. Copyright's on me. Speaking of songs, and I'm about to get off of here because my wife wants to see me with my shirt off. I have had tattooed Happy Valentine's Day across my chest. Bruce, if you're watching, I owe this to you. I told you that if Georgia won the national championship, I would do my infamous song that I used to make fun of Georgia, always wetting the bed again. And then they won 2 national championships on me. Is it more convenient that I play it right now that the guy that made y'all win the national championship, he's gone? Yes, but I still make good on my deal. So here we go. Georgia, you went and won a national championship again. But then today you let go the guy who won it for you. So goodbye, 3-peat. Hope Bobo will do good. And we know he won't. For you. America. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to get off here. Todd Monken is gone, and so is your magic. Oh, we got top recruits. We've had top recruits for years, folks. That's why that funny little song I just made pissed off so many people. Georgia should have won probably 2 or 3 more national championships, and they won right now with all the talent and the people in the listen to me, in the NFL. They should have won more national championships than what they have. I'm a Clemson fan. Clean the wax out of your ear. Stop your trash talking and go Dogs. No. I'm giving you a compliment. See? I pull for them. I admit they got a bunch of problems. We'll see how Garrett Riley does. At least we're trying now. But I am telling you, and SEC Dog, one of the biggest Georgia fans in the world is right now going, facts are facts, can't argue. See, I'm not saying that towards you, SEC Dog. Glad you agree with me. If you looked at me and you told me, well, over the past 4 years, Dabo Swinney hadn't made the right hires. I know. Yes, you're right. I don't care if you hate our guts. You're right. I agree with you. Lord, I ain't got to pour the whiskey down my throat. I'll drink it. I'm telling you, folks, your Magic just left. Well, defense is going to be good. You got to have offense. You hear me? You got to have offense. Boy, we got all these bunch of first rounders and got 75 5-stars coming in. Doesn't matter. There's Alabama. Did you see how many Alabama had coming in? Did you see how many Ohio State had coming in? Did you just see the transfer portal for some of these teams? I'm just telling you right now. Big Vol Daddy just showed up in here. Am I there to tell you? Congratulations on you seeing. You whipped our tail. I mean, my Lord. I mean, good grief. You're right, Parker. That's Clemson. We had a good defense and a mannequin offense. You cannot continue to send world-class defense out there and then a Pee Wee Herman style offense out there. I didn't call the players Will Shipley and Maffa and Davis Allen, Brendan Stoll, and Ngata, which he's gone now, and Antonio. I'm not calling them. Pee Wee Herman. I'm talking about you. You looked at them. I'm going to tell you when I knew we had problems is when Furman University. From Greenville, South Carolina, technically Travelers Rest, but who's counting? Came in and gave our defense or our offense problems. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, folks. You cannot think. That's the problem with a lot of these championship coaches. Love Saban or hate him. And now I don't know why he made the hires he made this year. I think this was some of the worst coaching hires he's ever made. But I am telling you, and now I'm going to go here. Saban has done a good job of realizing who you hire matters. Who you hire matters. Thank you, Chase. That's probably one of the most bizarre, kindest comments I've ever received. He said, you play that guitar better than that lady on TikTok did with the roast beef. Thank you. I can blow my brains out now and call it a day. Get up to God. God looks at me. Yeah, you fulfilled your will. I don't know. Swinney thought he could hire just about anybody. That's the thing with and SEC Dog says, I agree, Bobby. I hope I'm wrong about Bozo. Listen, don't insult your intelligence. Forget I'm a Clemson fan. I'm just talking pure coaching here. Don't insult your intelligence. A bad hire is a bad hire. You're looking at one of the most hated individuals in the Clemson community. Because I was telling them 3 years ago when Trevor was still there, 4 years ago, about midway through his sophomore season, I said, something's wrong. Something ain't right. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably it had to reboot. You're right. Lord. Got one of these Chinese chips in my head. I was trying to track a balloon that's overhead that we didn't know was there. They know if you say something bad against the Democratic Party, but they darn well don't know that there's a balloon from a hostile nation above our head. Anyway, people tell me I was crazy. Trust Dabo. Like Dabo is Jesus. Like, you know what? Dabo hung on a cross for me. He did. you know what? Dabo he went up there and took away the sins of Bobby Dirkens. No. I love Dabo, have a lot of respect for Dabo. I think Dabo's done a lot of good things. He does a great thing. Here, listen to me. I'm just telling you that if a person, no matter how successful they've been, starts making bad hires, you can go ahead and toss it out the window. I won't let it stand. Yeah, until they end it and put the dying horse out of its misery, it's going to be done. Now, is my feelings hurt? No. The first thing I done when I heard that Mike Bobo was your offensive coordinator, first thing I did when I heard Todd Monken was gone, I bust out laughing. I said, bye-bye, 3P. Okay? And then when I heard who they hired, then I really started like belly laughing, like somebody was tickling my toes. You know, like heard the funniest joke ever. This guy is guitar's out of tune. I hate it. Got my tuner over there. Have you ever thought about that band, Sixpence None the Richer? They wrote that song, There She Goes. They played it on all the My Doll songs. Can you imagine how much money I made off of that? And then somewhere sitting there, they're sitting there and they're counting their money, maybe out somewhere, spending a lot of money. So people go, wow, you made a lot of money. Can you tell me how you made that money? And they go, have you heard that My Doll song? You're talking about the one they play. You talking about the menstrual cramp song, the medicine for it? Yeah, that was us. I mean, I'd take the money, but you know, there it goes. There it goes, Chase. You know the song. I would play it. But they'll hit me with copyright and want me to pay. Yeah. I tell you this, RR. I trust Tommy Reese calling offense before I trust Mike Bobo. I've watched Tommy Reese call plays. Tommy Reese is not a bad coach. I'm not saying he's elite. Tommy Reese is not a bad offensive coordinator. He is not. Does he need to grow? Absolutely. Is he bad? No. Well, listen to me. Bye-bye 3P. That ain't going to happen. I saw you schedule, know you recruits and everything. Folks, I'm just telling you, us Clemson fans had to sit here and eat it while we had first round, second round picks all over the field. And we had a world-class defense. And then we watched our offense trot out there and run plays that the local middle school wouldn't even run. And I know that if they had the biggest whiteboard in the world for the offensive coordinator to stand up there and so confidently tell you, this is why we run this. You got to understand that when you see that safety start to slide down there, what you have to understand is that's going to open up the slide. So we're definitely going to get it there. And I really trust the physicality between our wide receivers blocking down the field and our slide receiver. And I like that matchup. So that's going to get them out into space. It's going to be very explosive. It's going to be a highlight reel. And then they lose a bunch of games. Just because you can but just because you can confidently tell me what you're going to do, I don't care. I look at the end result. And the end result for Clemson was terrible. And we've already seen the end result for a lot of Mike Bobo. Once again, maybe a wonderful person. Maybe he's making more money than all of us just talking about him. So even if he gets fired, he gets paid more money than we'll retire with. So he's one in the money department. But as far as football coaching goes, I don't care what he can explain. I care about his outcome, and his outcome has not been good at most of the places he's been. And so, yeah, Georgia, I don't care if unless you have Jesus out there to do some anti-physics stuff to score for you, keeping the ball. Y'all ain't winning no national championship this coming year. You can take that to the bank, and I will be singing, Georgia. Georgia, you think you could hire anybody and win. Just like Clemson had to find out, no matter how good your culture is, you still have to have people who knows their X's and O's, who knows how to call plays, and who knows how to scheme and adjust. Also, believe this or not, develop players. I'm Bobby Dirkens. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Stop being a cheapskate. It's free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. You want to donate to the channel, hit below. I don't care at this point. But y'all be good. Take care of yourself. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up, I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.